Welcome back to Album Review.
What's going on?
So what have we got this week? We've got an album by Santana. I don't know which one in this discography. There's a lot, but this is Supernatural. This is from 1999.
Yep.
And going into this, I didn't have much context. I just know, he's this band, especially Carlos Santana himself, are known for blending a lot of just classic rock and Latin influences, salsas in there, and a lot of just nice vibes in there.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, all I know of him really is that I know he's considered as one of the greats all time.
Oh yeah, one of the great guitarists.
He was, I guess his band really first got popular from performing at Woodstock, so that's kind of a crazy start to your career.
Oh yeah, that being the start.
And this is 30 years later, so longevity.
Oh yeah, especially they're still touring today too. I mean, it's mostly just him and whoever he gets to perform, but still,
yeah,
it's still really cool.
But I actually didn't know any of his music before this album, other than the one or two songs on this album.
Yeah, there's a few songs that I feel like some people do know because they're pretty popular on the radio.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess we'll jump into it.
All right.
It's from 1999. I think we said that. But
yeah.
First track is Dale Yaleo.
It's a very nice opening track. I really like this one.
Yeah, this one was fun. It was a bouncy vibe to it.
Yeah, and this album has a lot of different singers on it too. There's features which we'll get into, but if not, it's usually people from the band who sing in Spanish. So it's a nice mix of English and Spanish songs on here.
Yeah, I'd say it's about half and half almost.
Just about, I'd say.
But yeah, this was a cool start. Definitely a good intro.
I really like this track.
And the next track is Love of My Life featuring Dave Matthews and Carter Buford.
This is probably my personal favorite on the album.
I think I might agree with that. This is a really good one.
Yeah, this is one of the first ones I heard aside from the radio hits. And fun fact, it actually samples or is a complete recreation of a classical song, Symphony No. 3 in F minor, I'm pretty sure, by Brahms.
Did not know that.
So if you ever heard the classical that goes do-do-do, do-do-do, it's like that. It's pretty much that.
Okay.
So if you heard them back to back, you'd be like, oh wow, he just used that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I know, the Beatles have done stuff like that as well. So whenever people do that, it seems to be pretty successful, or sound good at least.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, no, this one was interesting because Dave Matthews' voice sounded pretty good on it, even though it was a little different than what their music typically sounds like.
Oh yeah.
But no, I thought it was good, and the second half had a really long guitar solo on it that was really good.
Yeah, and it broke into more of a Latin salsa instead of just a slow down classical rock vibe.
Yeah, it's really the percussion throughout a lot of this album that makes it have that Latin sound, really.
Yeah, I'd say so. The percussion is fantastic.
Yeah. And the next track's Put Your Lights On featuring Everlast.
This one's interesting. I like it though, I'd say.
Yeah, this one was cool. I'm not the biggest fan of Everlast's voice or singing style, but
yeah,
this was another example of him being out of his normal bag a little bit, but it ended up working. So
yeah, because usually he's a rapper from House of Pain fame, and at this point just doing his own thing, and yeah, it's cool hearing him sing instead of just he's got that 90s twang too.
Yeah, definitely. The next track is African Bamba.
This is probably one of my favorite of the Spanish songs. This one is really good.
I agree. This one was really fun. It was just very energetic and upbeat, and I think Santana did the lead vocals on this one, and I don't know if he did on any of the other songs.
He's not really a singer, so he just mainly is known for the guitar play. I saw part of his set live, and he didn't say a single word during the set. He was just playing the guitar the whole time.
But that's really what speaks for him, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's really good at guitar. So.
Exactly.
And then the next track's the one that most people would be familiar with off of this, Smooth, featuring Rob Thomas.
Yep, of Matchbox 20 fame. I think this is a good song. Not my favorite, but it's pretty good, very catchy.
Yeah, super catchy.
I see why it's one of the biggest hits.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely not bad at all. I've heard it a million times at this point.
Yeah, it's a little overplayed, but I still like it.
Yeah, it's as popular as it is for a reason. It's super catchy. And the next track is Do You Like the Way, featuring Lauryn Hill and CeeLo Green.
I really like this song. Lauryn Hill sounds great.
Oh, yeah.
It's cool seeing CeeLo Green on this, too, before he would, really blow up in, the 2000s.
Yeah,
at least in the mainstream.
This was a combination of, a lot of different, Santana is very different from Lauryn Hill, who was already very popular from her big album that had come out years before this. and CeeLo Green, who's just now breaking onto the scene, not even really at this point. So it's really interesting cross section.
Yeah, and it all sounds good together. Like CeeLo Green sounds good in singing on it. She has a great verse.
Yeah,
and everything else just sounds great.
I wouldn't have really expected like a hip hop song on this album, basically.
True.
It sounded really good, and I like the horns too in the background of like the beat of this one. And the next track is the other one I think I'd heard before, Maria Maria.
This is the other big hit.
Featuring the product GMB.
Yeah, I think it's a good song too.
Yeah, this one's
and
pretty good.
famously, it would be sampled by Rihanna on Wild Thoughts, so
Yeah.
that's where most people probably know this song from nowadays.
Yeah, that main guitar riff that everyone's familiar with from this.
Yeah, but yeah, it's a really good song.
It was cool. And apparently it was produced by Wyclef Jean, which makes sense.
Yeah,
why
I
it
could
was-
definitely hear it in the production.
Yeah, so like 2 back-to-back hip-hop songs really on this album, almost.
This is one of my favorites, I will say that.
Yeah, this one was really good. And track 8 is Migra.
This is another one of my favorites, another Spanish track, and I love the sound of this one.
Yeah, the guitar was great on this one. He used like heavy wah pedal on this one.
I love the percussion, especially in like the beginning of the track and like towards the end.
Yeah, this is another one where the lyrics were all in Spanish, but apparently it was just talking about the treatment of like Latin American immigrants in the U.S. So it's pretty interesting.
Yep.
And the next track is Corazon Espinado.
This is
featuring
another
Lana.
big hit off the album. This is another one of my favorites.
I didn't know this one. This one was pretty good though. It had a similar sound as like Smooth to me.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Spanish Smooth in a way.
Yeah.
I think it's really good though. I like it better than Smooth personally.
Yeah, same. At least it was something different.
Yeah.
Next track is Wishing It Was featuring Eagle Eye Cherry.
I like this one, but it's not one of my favorites.
This one wasn't bad.
It's got a nice vibe to it, I'll say.
Eagle Eye Cherry is the guy that made that Save Tonight song from the 90s that a lot of
okay.
people were probably familiar with.
Alright, I wasn't sure of like what his claim to fame was at the time, but I knew it was something I know.
That's the only song I know by him.
Okay, yeah, probably same here.
But his voice didn't sound bad on this song over Santana's guitar. I
Yeah,
thought
it wasn't out of
pretty good.
place.
No. Next track is El Ferrol, which was basically like an extended instrumental.
Yeah, I like this one.
Yeah, he was really showing off his like quick picking ability on this one.
Yeah.
It was a lot of impressive guitar work.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing bad you can say about that one. But one thing I just noticed about it was the fade at the end of the track was like
It was so
50
long.
seconds long, like really long.
Yeah, I was surprised.
But it kind of worked. It sounded cool.
Mm-hmm.
And the next track is Primavera.
This one's good.
Yeah, I thought this one sounded pretty nice on the ears.
Yeah.
The Primavera means spring in Spanish, so I guess it was kind of giving off like bright, warm vibes. Makes
Yeah,
sense.
I'd say so.
But yeah, just more really, really good guitar work. That's
Yeah.
basically what stands out on this album more than anything.
And
I'd say.
as it should.
Yeah.
Because like he just makes it sound so good.
Yeah. And more guitar work on the next track, The Calling, featuring Eric Clapton.
This is kind of like a dual track in a way. You have them like going back and forth on these guitars. There's barely any like lyrics until the second half of the song.
Yeah. No, this is just straight guitar masterpiece, pretty much.
I'd say so. Probably my favorite like display of instrumentation between two people on an album.
Yeah, it was really good. It was like super bluesy, which makes sense for Clapton being on it, but they both just sounded really, really good on it. And it was like 8 minutes long, but it didn't get stale.
Oh yeah.
And then that, I guess, was technically the final track, and then this last track is a secret track.
Little bonus track thrown in there.
But Day of Celebration.
This one's not bad.
Yeah, it was decent. Wasn't bad.
Yeah, I'm glad it's in there, but it's nothing special to me.
Yeah, I'd agree, pretty much.
So, final thoughts on the album. I will say this is a pretty damn stacked album. Lots of great features. They don't really miss at all. Santana's guitar playing, enough said right there. It's legendary. He does his thing. Everyone does their thing. I recommend this album. I don't know if it's the best Santana out there because I haven't listened to much other stuff outside of this era. I know a few songs from like the 70s and 80s, but not many.
Yeah. I don't know any of his music other than this album, which I definitely should go back and hear some of the early work, but all I know is this album was kind of like a revival for him at the time.
Oh, yeah.
It won a lot of awards and shot him back up into the limelight, so it was definitely a good album, and there wasn't a track on it that I thought was bad. You know?
Oh, me neither.
It's just great guitar work throughout, and he did show a good amount of different genres throughout. It was mostly like Latin obviously, which makes sense, and
Yeah.
it sounded great. I've never really listened to Latin rock before.
This is the first time I think we've really done it on this series in general.
Yeah.
So
it was a cool experience.
yeah, I'd say so. Shall we go to scores?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna give this one an 8.5. I think I would give it a 9, but like there's a few tracks that are just all right to me, and I do like Smooth a lot, but I just get tired of hearing it every after all this time of hearing it.
Yeah, I pretty much concur with all that, and I'm also giving it an 8.5.
All right, solid.
Yeah, so I mean, definitely nothing bad on it.
Yeah.
But I guess there were some spots that maybe were a little longer than they needed to be, or like the song didn't change very much, and it was still pretty long.
Yeah, and one thing we did forget to mention is that the album is like an hour and 13 minutes. It is a long album.
Yeah, like the average track length is definitely over like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I'd say so. Other than that, I'd say very good album.
Yeah.
So next week we're doing one that you guys picked. So this is another one where I have the artist. You didn't give an album, so we're just gonna do a one with the biggest hit off of it. This is another metal group I have absolutely no context behind. We're going to be doing Agent Orange by Sodom. I think they're another European like thrash metal group, so it'll be very similar to probably Creator vibes, I'm guessing.
Okay. Yeah, I have no experience with this.
Me neither. I'm sure Luke will have something to say if he's on.
Probably. Yeah.
But tune in next week where we look at Sodom's Agent Orange.
See you then.